My name is Fred Lopez. I live in Austin, Texas. Just a little bit about my background and ministry and where the Lord brought me from. The most recent years, probably about the last 9 years, I've been solely focused on national and international ministries, starting several ministries and ministry teams, as well as doing some international ministries, primarily to Cuba. Right now, my big focus is fighting and battling for the soul of America and for her destiny. And although I'm not the only one, but I am involved with in a lot of circles where a lot of other folks, highly experienced folks, have been doing the same for decades. Before that, I was pastoring a church in Utah, inner city church. We were there for about 8 years, a church that we started. We were focused on drug dealers, on prostitutes, on homeless, and it's a place where a lot of my friends and family were. It's a place that I primarily grew up in. So I got the chance to minister to my family, to friends that I grew up with, and working with the local government to try to make a real difference in changing my hometown. But my life wasn't always like that. When I was growing up there, we were pretty poor. I grew up in the inner city. All my friends and family were pretty poor. I mean, it was all the same neighborhood, the same area, and I didn't see much future for my life. I didn't really know what even a career would be. And there was nobody around to tell me about Jesus. I never saw anybody that looked like me that told me about Jesus. And I figured there was a God, kind of, but I'd never cracked open a Bible. I think I'd been to a Catholic church a couple times and maybe a Christian church. I'm not even sure, but no one told me about Jesus. And I think I had started using alcohol and drugs probably before the age of 10. And so later when I grew up, when I started getting older as a teenager, I became an alcoholic. I was drinking a ton every weekend by the time I even was in high school. And later on, right after high school, I married my wife, Janet Lopez. We've been married for 34 years now. And at the time, I didn't know, I was just a horrible father and an even worse husband. And one day, we were sitting down. We just got tired of all the fighting, and we were just talking about a divorce, and we were talking about visitation for the kids, and it was like the only sane conversation that we had in a couple of years. And while the kids were off at school, we were having this convo in their bedroom, and all of a sudden the Lord came into this room where we were sitting on their little tiny bed. We had like 1 or 2 beds for all 4 of our kids. And the Lord just took me away in that moment from that room. I don't know how to explain it, but then I remember to this day, it was 33 years ago, and he told me, if you serve me, I will keep your family together. And I don't know what serving him meant. I had no clue, but I knew I wanted my family to be kept together. And so from then on, I've been on this journey of serving him and learning what that means for me and for my family. As soon as that happened, he immediately cleaned me up, sobered me up, cleaned me up, gave me a chance to get educated. I later went on to undergraduate school and then graduate school to learn how to be a national leader. That really helps me now in being able to lead national, international ministry teams. Helped me to open my own international business where I was a consultant for many years. When I look back at my life, at where I came from, I never imagined that he would bring me here today. And not because of all the things that I've accomplished, but because of the father that I became and the husband that I have become. It's the most wonderful thing that he has ever done for me, and that has forever changed my family. And so now, when I look back at where I came from, and my friends and family. And then I look at where I'm at now and where my family is at and my grandchildren are at. I can see how God has forever changed the trajectory of future generations of my family forever because of the goodness of God. And so I'm super grateful for all that he is doing and has done. Anyway, a little bit about me.